Hi everyone, Leisa Peterson here, and today I wanted to share a bit more about what we've been talking about wealth building and the realization that wealth building is just one part of the big tapestry. The more I create these videos, the more I realize how important it is to figure out the balance that we're living in life. And I thought today I would break down some of the strategies that we used to create wealth, my husband and I. And if I break it down and kind of talk about how it played out for us, the fact that it's been a bit of a roller coaster, I think that you could use these different pieces that perhaps give you perspective no matter where you are in your wealth building journey. Our strategy was pretty simple, but oh boy, did it take some serious dedication. We figured out a system early on, starting in 1992. My husband was a builder at the time, a contractor, getting his license, but he figured out that if he could borrow some money from his parents, then he would build his first house. He wasn't sure if he would sell it right away, or we ended up deciding to live in it. And that house in 1992 cost us about $119,000. And we would end up living in that house for several years. And it didn't appreciate, kind of 7 years from start to when we sold it, and it barely appreciated. But that's the thing with real estate, is you never know the timing. We were in for a big roller coaster ride after that, but we figured out this strategy where we would either buy homes that were massive fixer-uppers and we'd live in them for a while and then move on to the next project. And because my husband could build homes from the ground up, eventually we would do this, mostly build from ground zero, over 10 times in 30 years. And every single penny that we made from those projects would be invested right back into real estate. And so this cycle got created that if we could sustain ourselves and work in the evenings, on the weekends, and work on these projects, that we could start to build a foundation. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was not easy. We were working nonstop. We also had this laser focus on wanting to create a nest egg for ourselves. But here's the thing, while we were doing all of this, we were raising our kids, and they weren't just watching from the sidelines, they were right there inside of these experiences with us. And I think that they were to learn early on about hard work and being smart with money and the importance of having goals. We didn't hide the struggles with them. We brought them into the conversation, and it really set them up to make smart choices as they grew up. And now our son is 19 and our daughter's 27, and they're both really, really good with money. And the other part of it is that when you're working at that capacity, it's really important that my husband and I were working as partners. We were tag teaming it, right? We were supporting each other in every step of the way. And what's funny about this journey is eventually becoming millionaires wasn't this big dramatic thing that I think we have in our idea of what it's going to be like. It was more like, oh, hey, look at that. We crossed this threshold. But life didn't change because, again, the money that we were making was just being put into another project, kind of like compounding interest. We knew that if we could find a way to support ourselves, and then everything that we made in the investments was going to be continued to be invested, we would be able to build wealth over time. And that's really what it was all about. So what we realized along the way is true wealth isn't just about the money in the bank. It's like this ecosystem. It's this feeling about, who you are and what you're doing to build wealth. It's about feeling good emotionally. It's about having great relationships. It's about feeling that you have this great purpose in life. And so, what I think we've both learned from this, our whole family has learned from this, is that it's important to do work that you love, but don't freak out if you have to take some detours. If you have to work really, really hard and you feel like you're deprived a bit, it's really valuable to live below your means and to save like crazy and to mix up your investments and being ready to put in the work, especially in the beginning. Then I think it came down to learning from our mistakes, not letting them set us back or get us down, working as a team. It made such a difference. And staying flexible because things are always changing in life. What I do know is everyone's journey is different, and what worked for us might not work for you in exactly the same way. But I really believe that if you work hard and you save smart and you keep learning, you can make amazing things happen over time. Looking back, I realized the best parts of all of this aren't the material stuff. It's the joy I feel and the freedom I have and the choices I get to make every day living in this beautiful place like Sedona, or traveling to incredible places all over the world, all because we were able to put in that work early on and know that we have the capacity to do that at any time if we need to. So the joy that you feel when you're, you know, pursuing goals that excite you, creating awesome relationships, that's really where the wealth comes in. Taking good care of your body. Money gives you a great foundation, but it's the real value is by becoming, I think, a better person and really knowing how to live to the fullest, knowing what satiates you, knowing what causes you to feel fulfilled. The resilience that we've built over time and the self-knowledge that we gained on the way to building wealth, that stuff has been priceless. And no matter what happens, I know that we can handle life's ups and downs. And so here's what I want you to take away from this. Life is incredible, and there's so much possibility out there. No matter where you are right now, believe me when I say that the hard work and, taking the long road, believing that every single step is setting you up for a better future, and returning to those goals again and again, no matter what, is what's going to change your life for the better. So thanks for listening. I'm so grateful to be here and sharing this with you. Please, drop your comments, questions, subscribe. I do hope that this has inspired you to think about, what can I do in my life that will set me up better for tomorrow? What decisions could I make today that would help me do that? Signing off, take care.